Today on All Things 80s, we've got a G1 Starscream. Welcome back to All Things 80s, and if you've been watching some of my recent videos, you'll see that I am gradually acquiring the G1 Transformers I either had as a kid or always wanted as a kid. So next in line is another of these G1 reissues, which I believe were exclusive to Walmart. This time it's Starscream. Now this is one that I always admired, but for whatever reason never actually had as a child. So I'm quite excited to get this one opened up and get it all played with and transformed. So let's just go ahead, get this opened up and check it out. Alright, so here we are, G1 Starscream reissue, of course. Now, having not ever had this as a child, I'm not really able to comment on the packaging, although from what I can tell, this does look very authentic and is exactly how it would have been back in the day. Nice window here, and of course the cool sort of miniature Megatron gun. Side is just plain in robot form, and of course the classic artwork on the back. Again, the schematics, or whatever you call them, again, they don't give you the red plastic decoder, but it's so obvious what's going on here. Nice sort of retro Hasbro logo, proof of purchase, all good stuff. So anyway, let's get this opened up and we'll take a look at what is all contained within. So I've already sliced the tape. Okay, so we've got stickers and instructions. Take a quick look at these. So in terms of stickers, quite a few. Just to give a quick update on my Soundwave, some of those stickers are just not staying in place, so I did have to use a bit of glue on those, so hopefully these will be a bit better. Instruction wise, okay, we'll refer to that when we do the transformation, but certainly well packaged. There's 1, 2, is that it? Nope. Every side, yeah, every side is taped, so it's been well secured. I'll give them that much. Oh, there we go. So, take a look at this miniature Megatron. It's kind of cool, actually. And I believe it separates, yep, and it can be put into his little plastic hand. So, yeah, that's neat. I guess these are the tail pieces. Fists, missiles. So, let's get this out. Now this is one I've never actually held before, and reasonable weight to it, but again, everything feels quite flimsy and not loose, but it doesn't have a really good, solid, secure feel to it. But anyway, and this, what's this? Okay, so I guess it's all part of the transformation. All this has to turn and whatnot, but as a plane, it's certainly not the best toy plane I've ever held in my hands, but you know, we have the rub sticker, although my hands are freezing at the moment, so I don't see. I guess it's, can you see that slightly? Let me see. Yeah, just and no more. But at least it does work. Yeah, certainly you wouldn't be displaying it in this format, that's for sure. It's not the most impressive plane I've ever seen. But anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about it as a transformer. So let me go ahead. I'm going to transform it. I'm going to apply the stickers, and then I'll give you my thoughts on Starscream. 1, 2. Okay, so here we are with Starscream, stickered up and transformed. Now, in terms of the transformation, it was a bit of a pain in the ass. I wasn't quite understanding what the instructions were trying to tell me, so a bit of trial and error, managed to get that sorted. But what I don't agree with and what I don't like is the fact that you have to remove parts and then put them back in to complete the transformation. In my opinion, it should all be one piece that involves twisting and turning, not actually removing parts and putting them back on again, but maybe that's just me. I'm also not 100% certain if I've done this part correct. I'm not sure if this fin is meant to be flush with the feet or not. I really don't know. But now that it's transformed into Decepticon robot mode, it shall be staying in this mode for a couple of reasons. One, it just didn't look that particularly good as a plane. And secondly, I do not want to go through that hassle of trying to transform it again. I can only assume that back in the day, tons of these were broken by kids who didn't know what they were doing and were trying to force parts and things. Not particularly enjoyable to transform. And also, this landing gear has to be removed, and I'm not sure if you're meant to put it somewhere or if it's meant to, or if it's been designed to get lost, as this probably would have happened. But regardless of all those complaints, now that I see it like this, I'm very happy with it. It's going to look great in my little Transformers display. Do I think I missed out on it as a child by not having this? Not really. I would have seen myself getting, one, quite frustrated by it, and two, I could almost guarantee I would not have put the stickers on correctly. And even just now, I'm not particularly happy with the placement of these two, but it was the best I could do. Even holding it is quite dangerous because, as you can see, these parts come off very easily. This all turns, and not particularly play-friendly, I would have to say. Definitely looks good, and the miniature Megatron gun that fits into his hand by means of it coming in two parts. So if I take the hand off, yep. So on its own, the gun looks like this, as we know what it looks like, obviously, but because the hand has been designed, it can be separated and put in like this, so that's kind of a neat touch. But it just, every time you touch it, parts move and go out of place. Not particularly happy with that. What is a nice surprise? Oh, there we go. Part of it's come off. This is what I mean. It's just very, very fragile and fiddly, so it's best to be transformed, put on a shelf and left. Now what I do like is these are actually functioning missiles, or they were when I tried it last. Let me see. Now, isn't that typical? The minute you go on, oh there we go, hang on. There, it's not particularly powerful, but I'm quite surprised that in this day and age they let kids have something that shoots out a small projectile like this. So, all in all, happy to have it in my collection. However, not one of the better Transformers, in my opinion. So that was the G1 Starscream, and I have to be honest and say that's probably been my least favourite of the ones I've acquired so far. It was a real pain in the ass to transform, very fiddly, and just overall felt quite fragile. I can only imagine that back in the day, tons of these were probably broken by kids who didn't know what they were doing and were trying to force parts where they shouldn't be going. So all in all, not a great experience. However, I'm still very happy to have it, and it will be displayed in robot form. So the fact I won't be touching it and transforming it is not a big deal. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Special thanks to the Patreons. Please do like, please subscribe to the channel, and as always, stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.